What's up guys, James here with my second commentary of Singed. I realize I have a pretty shitty mic, so apologies because I'm using my good mic for the house video and it's not set up right now. So, starting items on Singed, pretty standard. Flask is a good item, it does pay for itself, and you do need the mana and the health regen for lane. I'm up against a really tough lane, Riven. Riven poops on Singed just like Rumble. This game I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do so well. Like really poorly, so I'm laughing. Laughing is good. I make my first mistake of the game right here. We're invading. Blitz doesn't blind pull, which is oh well, but he face checks a Taric, and he actually ends up grabbing the Taric. The only problem is I start fling and Taric ends up flashing to safety. The issue here is like you shouldn't start fling in a full level 1 fight, because I didn't realize that my whole team would be around. I also missed Ignite on whoever flashed out right there. So Hecarim goes down, Nasus feeds pretty bad. So the consequence of this that I sort of like told myself is that Riven was going to hit 2 first. She has a little bit of EXP. So the issue is I'm pretty sure I get all in by Riven. I don't realize that either level 2 or level 3. So pretty troll invade. Blitz invade fails. Taric is a really good counter to Blitz. Taric's really tanky, has a heal. If you pull him, he gets basically a free stun. The upside is I get to start with an extra pot, which is good because I'll need all the pots that I'll need all the pots that I can buy. I'm not sure what runes I'm running. I think I'm running my pussy runes. Pretty cowardly. Extra magic resist. Against Riven, I don't think I was looking during champ select, so I should have my AP runes and my movement sequence. So right now I'm just last hitting. The issue with Riven is when she all-ins you, when she tries to trade with you, she farms your entire wave, so she always gets more minions. I think in hindsight what I should have done differently this game was push the wave. Maybe a little bit more starting at the later levels so that I would have minions when she tried to fight me. She's trying to hit 2 first, which is smart of her because I'm really weak early on. So I see that Nasus is at our red. Hecarim actually gets our red, which is good, and he backs off. Gets a little bit greedy clearing that. Good thing Jace doesn't come. So I actually hit 2. Riven comes around from the back. I fling her in a turret. She actually Qs the wrong way. I actually like mess up so hard this game. Like this would have been easy for me. I'm trying to just harass her a little bit more. I should have potted earlier so I can go in sooner. Like we both pot kind of late. We should pot as we're fighting to like stay topped off. This is just me like being lazy / like not being mechanically like sound. She hits 3 here. I get cheesed by her 4 pot. Like I don't think I even realized that she had 4 pot. I honestly wasn't paying attention probably. So like terrible play on my part. I die. The wave's like at my tower. I'm gonna lose this wave and this wave potentially if I don't come back. I buy cloth armor immediately. I know I'm super behind. I have 9 CS. Like she has 1 kill. Sure, she doesn't have a lot of farm, but that 1 kill in like a Riven lane with 4 pot is pretty painful. So yeah, what I didn't expect was the like level 3 early because of the first blood, and also the 4 pot because I'm just playing bad. Nice grab. Too bad I missed. Also, like this Hecarim doesn't really know how to play, but he ends up probably getting fed anyway because he's Hecarim. So right here, I have a small timing window for my jungler to help me. Like Riven's not out of control yet, and the lane's not lost. She buys, I think she buys Dorn's. She buys Dorn's Blade because she started 4 pot. Hecarim really not the strongest champion to gank Riven. Yeah, so she's gonna be able to do that, and that's gonna hurt a lot. The reason why Riven's really good against Singed is she has a very strong all-in, and she lifesteals if she builds Vamp Scepter, and she also has a shield. So when you combine these 3 things, you get something like this, which is me like being stupid. So right here I just let her walk up to me and kill me, which is like really dumb of me. So Like maybe I could have outplayed her if I like flung her in a better direction, but I didn't. I flung her over here, and I basically set myself up to die. So terrible play on my part. I buy boots because I know I'm going to be missing another wave. Hecarim comes top to clean up, but as I said, Hecarim really not the best champion to gank Riven with. So yeah, she just stuns and she gets to walk away. Sorry. So like if you're this behind against Riven, she has like 8 CS and 2 kills up. Like you want her to stack armor. Stacking armor is good because like you want to mitigate her auto attacks as much as possible. So she goes home, she buys boots and a longsword. She doesn't really need to buy boots here, she should just be buying items to own me in the face. But she isn't, so I kind of get lucky here. So I'm just casually farming the wave. You don't want to waste mana on poison too much early on. You just want to turn it on and turn it off really quick. It pushes at the same speed if you manage your poison correctly. So that's exactly what I'm doing. And exactly not what I'm doing because I flung that minion. So Riven's following me. She gives up because she doesn't have any cooldowns, and I'm just gonna push and then back and push and then back. I can't really proxy because I'm actually worth gold, and if their Jace or if their Nasus comes, I can easily die because I'm stacking armor and I don't have tenacity. So I buy Ninja Tabi. Not the ideal item because they have like Nasus and they have Jace slow, Taric stun, Riven stun, but Ninja Tabi is pretty good against Riven. Supposedly, like, it's a really mathematically sound item because you get so much out of it because it reduces auto attack damage. So the secondary reason why I got this item was because it lets me get to lane faster, and that's what I want to be doing. I know a couple Singed players, when they get super far behind, they just get home guard and they just run the lane, push the wave back, run the lane, push the wave back. That's fine too, but I'm starting to realize that it's just me playing bad. It's like not her playing really well. So like I gave myself like a pep talk in my head, like, this is solo queue. Like, your teammates are already raging because of the first blood that you gave. Like, you probably should do something to carry this team. So like, there are very few things Singe can do when he's this far behind. And I think the most important thing in terms of solo queue, especially at this level, is to put on a show. So that's exactly what I'll be looking to do. I don't know if that reflects into my item build for the rest of the game, but I just want to get to that point where I become the troll and troll them really, really hard so that their team begins to rethink about the lead that they have. They're 3-1 right now, which is pretty good. Nasus comes top. I ping frantically on top. Jungler is farming mid. Ryze is coming. He should be coming up right now. The jungler, I mean. But luckily, the Riven, I think she goes back here. Let's see if... Yeah, so Riven actually does go back. Nasus decides to cover top. So I get lucky that they don't try to do something fancy up top. Because this Hecarim is low, and he won't be coming top anytime soon. So I noticed that Riven's not here, and that Nasus is also gone, so I just take the time to push the wave. This Riven's been pushing a lot, so I don't know if she'll be pressing her advantage and trying to freeze the lane. Yeah, she'll just try to push it out again. So Riven gets a free freeze, but chooses to push instead. I'm not sure why, but I kind of noticed that, and I noticed the fact that I'm sort of evening out on farm. So then now comes to the point where Ninja Tabi and Doran Shield together can outtrade Vamp Scepter. The thing with Vamp Scepter is that it's like a sustain item, so you want to get the most out of it through an extended period of time, and if I just try to go in on her, she can't necessarily outtrade me like a BF Sword could. So my tower is going to go down pretty soon. Pretty sad about that, but I'd rather be taking down her tower. But Riven's kind of like Rumble, where she farms waves like super easily. I miss a lot of CS because I'm sad. Should have gotten all of those. I ward here because it's a very defensive ward. I don't want Jace coming top or Nasus coming top. I'm not sure if their jungler knows what a lane gank is, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't, so I don't buy any wards for there. But generally, like, if Nasus ganks me, I'll live. But Riven's pretty fed. Hecarim's feeding. Typically happens when you play top in solo queue. So right here I noticed I'm doing some decent DPS on Riven. I pop ult just to get some lane presence and get her to basically like give me some breathing room. Ult also regens my mana when I'm low. You never want to have more mana than health on Singed. You always want to have like, basically you want to be at around this mana point, because like you can all-in someone with this amount of mana and also survive an all-in. The issue is both of these Singed games that I've commentaried are on purple side. This is really disadvantageous for Singed. I also don't know why Ryze is here. He should be farming mid, because his wave's like gonna be over here and he can farm that pretty safely. So I try to go in on Riven, but Ryze comes in, he starts taking tower, he gets stunned by Riven. I tank off tower, Ryze tanks tower again, he ends up flashing out. The issue is Poison doesn't end up finishing her off. She's pretty low, but it wasn't even close because she had like 70 HP. That was like an extra 1 or 2 ticks of poison. So pretty pointless. Flashes won't everywhere. I burned both my summoners. Ryze is without flash. Like Ryze's flash is arguably like pretty much the most important flash in our team, or most important summoner spell on our team at the moment. So pretty bad waste. Ryze tries to make another play bottom. TP's behind. Tries to get Graves with double buffs, but this is pretty stupid because Graves has double buffs, and that bottom lane is really low. He gets a kill on Blitz. Chase Graves all the way. So meanwhile, Hecarim is farming mid. If you play Hecarim and you have like 550 movement speed, you should probably not be doing that. And this is ultimate. Really bad Hecarim play. They get the kill on Tarek, but the double buffs were the prize and they didn't get it, so too bad. Meanwhile at top, I'm trading with Riven more effectively. She doesn't really have armor pen, so my Ninja Tabi and my Doran Shield are actually paying for themselves quite nicely. So right here I'm just trolling her, making her run into my poison on the way back out. At this point I can farm with pretty much impunity, unless she gets like some fancier items like Brutalizer or BF Sword. So I'm farming really happily now. Laugh on the way out, just to troll her, to tell her that her time of dominance is past, and that my time of trolling has begun. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is I don't get W until level 8. Some games I don't get W until level 10 or 12. It just depends on how long the laning phase lasts and how much damage I plan on doing. They nerfed Fling though, which is pretty sad, but still, Fling does a lot of damage if you auto attack as they're being flung. It's one of the things on Inverted Composer's Guide, and any Cinch player should master that. I don't do it because I'm simply lazy, but when I'm playing seriously and I really want like the moments where everything counts, like it's pretty necessary to do. So right now I farm really easily with poison. I should be laughing more, but I'm pretty sad this game. Honestly, the mark of a good Cinch player is that he laughs even though he is sad. So I'm just kind of lazy. I have laugh bound to mouse 4, and it's also really important when you're playing Cinch to have laugh bound to one of your extra mouse buttons if you have one. If you don't, you should invest in a mouse with an extra button immediately, because it improves your Cinch playing by like pretty much threefold. So Nasus comes up top. He's most likely wanting my tower. Tower is really low. It's less than half HP. Withers me. He laughs instead, which is really cool of him. We're laughing. Dogs and cats. Hecarim shows up top. Kind of strange because there's so much stuff going on bottom and our team needs him. My tower is probably going to go down anyway. He's going to come top. Ult's in. I actually fling Riven away so she gets speared out. I think we get kills here. Hecarim gonna get on Riven. He has Spirit of Lizard Elder. Red buff kills her. Nasus is being burnt. He pops Ghost. Doesn't know who to slow. Pops ult, which is pretty good. I fling him sometime. And Hecarim finishes him off. Luckily, Tower executes him. So pretty solid play by Hecarim. Better play would probably have been going bottom, but unfortunately I'm too low to take tower, so I just go home. My build this game is also tier. I could be building Catalyst. The issue right now is that it's a bit late for Roa. Roa takes a lot of time to charge, and I comfortably lane with a tier at this moment. So because I'm losing really hard, I opt for the quick Giants belt because they have some mixed damage. Nasus has a lot of magic damage with his ultimate. He doesn't have a lot of Q stacks. He has 20 stacks, which is pretty good for jungle Nasus, but not the best. Jace does a lot of mixed damage. Graves is AD. Graves is actually pretty fed, so I opt not to buy armor because right now Ninja Tabi's enough, and I sort of want that mixed survivability with transition to Rylai's, which is my next core item. Rylai's slightly weaker this game, so I laugh here. She tries to go on me, but all she's doing is missing like some CS. I think she only missed one there, so I guess it's somewhat more worth it for her to chunk me. Also, what I'm doing is I'm topping off with my flask finally. Like maybe I'm thinking more or playing better, but I'm doing this. She farms my wave, I farm her wave. The best part about this is that I can back and my wave won't touch my tower, so then she can't really push as well. I think what she does eventually is she just straight up tanks my tower and kills it. Oh yeah, she does it right here. So Hecarim is like AFK because red buff is more important than a free kill. So I'm trying to ping for Hecarim to go up. Nasus shows up, but so Hecarim, yeah, he sees her and he ends up getting the kill, which is good. But if she were smarter, we might have not gotten that kill. Meanwhile, middle, small engage is going on. We pick off Riven. Blitz doesn't get much out of this yet. Ryze is pretty chunked. He probably got poked down by Jace. Tarek's trying to ward deep into our jungle. Nope, he's not. So, decent poke by Jace. He's not that strong for some reason. Doesn't have Muramana yet. Also doesn't have any armor pen. So, right here, I'm just going to walk back up top. But I noticed that my team's trying to make a dragon play. And this is a failure on my part because... let's see what happens. I decide to push mid, which is good. I try to zone my team. Zone their team from dragon by just walking out and just trying to use my fat body to deter them. The issue here is that our team doesn't do dragon fast enough. Yeah, for some reason they just failed to do dragon. So what I should have done is just straight up farm and push top. I should have just AFK top. Yeah, as Singed, you want to be greedy. You want to be as strong as possible for yourself and only for yourself. So that was like something that I discussed last commentary, which is when to roam top lane, and me being indecisive there cost me like a level and a couple waves of farm. So pretty bad play on my part. I should have just been more decisive, and you know, you sort of noticed me walking back and forth over here. I was trying to figure out what to do. So bad play on us. Our retreat causes their team to get dragon. I don't even pick up top tower. Riven all ends me here. I'm just gonna run away. I fling her away. She wind slashes me, but she misses. Yeah, this Riven's pretty bad, but I played worse, so can't really say that much. Bottom lane, their team overextends. This is why Ryze's flash is the most important flash in our team. Nice pull on Graves. Hecarim goes mid deep. He's really bad at Hecarim. Yeah, but I don't know if we get any more out of this. So, pretty fail. Trade 1-for-1 is never good. Especially when there are buffs involved. So right here, conveniently, my wave is gonna come to my side top. So I just farm it a bit. Riven's probably at my golems. She should be at least, because there's no one around to stop her. So I just park myself out here and prepare to farm the wave. I really need to take down this tower because this tower is actually adding a lot of pressure to this side of the map. So we can't exactly have our way with dragon because this tower is always pushed and I can't group because I have to defend. I'm not so far behind that I will just give up defending the tower and help my team, but I'd rather just farm because farming is good. See Nasus here. I laugh because he can't do anything to me. I just walk away. So I'm working on my Rylai's. It's most likely my next item. The issue with this team comp is that they don't have like terrible amount of magic damage. Nobody's working on Aegis on our team, so Nasus will do like some magic damage to me, but my ult is probably enough with a giant spell to negate that damage. There's not even a guarantee that I'll be hugging Nasus during team fights so that his ult burns me. So essentially they are an all AD comp. Pretty bad mistake on their part, not having any AP. So like building armor would mitigate a lot of this because they don't have Last Whispers. Only Riven she has a bit of flat armor pen, but like even an Aegis and a chain vest would be very good right now. So right here, what do? I think I buy Home Guard. No, I don't buy Home Guard. So when you're behind is singed, you want to put on a show. I know the enemy team's ahead in gold. They got dragons, they got towers. We don't even have a single tier 1 tower, but luckily right here, Blitz gets a pull on Jace, which is really huge. So right here, Hecarim gets a pretty good ult. Riven goes off to the side. I choose not to fling Nasus. I actually go on Graves. I fling Graves back, and Blitz lands a huge rapid on Graves, and we insta-give him. I actually choose to W Nasus, which is alright, because both of them would have gone away, probably. They're still chasing Nasus. I choose to farm mid, because I'm selfish. And I think I'm eyeing this top farm. I really want to farm this top. I don't want to farm wolves, I want to farm top. I tell Hecarim that I'm going top, because I don't want him farming my wave. He's also building wrong, but whatever. Yeah, so my team's doing good. They push mid. Riven gets grabbed. She kind of pussies out, but I wouldn't blame her. She might have died there. So pretty good grab by Blitz. He might have died there as well. So I'm farming top. Got my Rylai's, which was pretty huge last fight. Rylai's into fling, devastating. Rylai's poison, subtly devastating. So now I think I want to work on Seraphs, but the issue is my tier isn't charged up that far, so I actually buy a Chain Vest because their entire team is pretty much all AD, and this is like a major solo queue downfall because having an all AD team is like the worst possible thing that you can have in solo queue. Right now I'm out farming Riven. I have more presence in team fights because she's trying to dance around and she's always out of position, so she actually doesn't do as much damage as she should be in team fights. So maybe that's because she's not good at Riven, but who knows. Also Ryze is pretty strong with his glacial against their team, so we missed a catch on Riven. I wanted Hecarim to go in because he's really fast and he can slow her with red, but he misinterprets it as probably, I'm going to ping your lane and you can farm my lane, which is something I would never let him do, or never want him to do. I obviously would let him because I don't want him to rage. So Varus is splitting bottom, this is good. Split pushing is always good in solo queue because many players don't know how to react to split pushing. I see Tarek here. He doesn't stun me, so it's whatever. I just walk away. I want my team to go ham because I don't want to be poked down by Jace. So right here I pop Ghost. Get slowed a bit by Nasus. So now I pop ult after I pop Ghost. I'm just running around their team. Hang on, I'm gonna slow this down. So Nasus is coming in. I get withered. Pretty good Hecarim ult. Actually, pretty bad Hecarim ult, sorry. It hit a lot of people, but had zero follow-up. So right here, I'm just running around. I don't want to fling Nasus because he's going to die, so I fling Riven instead. That was actually a pretty dumb fling by me because Riven could have killed Varus. But good thing she's bad, so luckily I don't just get my team screwed right there. Take a huge amount of AoE damage. Sick pull on Graves again. And he gets insta-gived. So I kill steal that because I'm greedy and I know that I'll be worth gold again and I'll be doing a lot of stuff. So make sure to laugh after he dies. And our team tries to clean up. Blitz dies. I don't know what he dies to though. Maybe Ignite. No, he dies to something, but yeah, so I pop home guard. I just want to get EXP at this point. I want to hit 16 as soon as possible because when I hit 16, I'm basically unkillable by any member of their team. So right now, like Tarek and Nasus, they're both pretty behind on levels. So like I actually don't suffer that much from Nasus if I'm 16 and he happens to be not 16. So right here that I know that my team is going to take Dragon, our ward spot's Jace, so I body block his Q. Because I don't really DPS Dragon that hard, I just poison it. So I just body block his Q in case our jungler doesn't have smite. In solo queue, like when you're grouped and playing in like in a team-oriented manner, you always want to support your jungler. It's not because I am a jungler, but it's also because like you don't want bullshit things to happen like Jace Q stealing Dragon. It's a bit harder with Lux Laser though. So I'm trying to fill my tier, see tons of farm top, happily take all this farm. Even if my team were fighting mid, I'd still be farming. So like the mentality, like the reason why I win Cinch games is that I don't care that my bottom is feeding. I don't care that my mid is feeding. I know that I can maybe make something happen just because I'm playing very selfishly and very efficiently, and I'll play in such a way that's like really ballsy and that my enemy team won't know how to deal with. So part of that is buying really good items. Some games I just troll and buy Zanyas though, so whatever. Just depends on the game. But the best items are definitely mixed damage items like Thornmail, Abyssal, things that both do damage and make you tanky. So it's a home guard buff, I believe. She runs away, rightfully so. Just farming again. Pretty chill. This is like the state that I want to be in. I want to be farming and I want to be on my way to 6 items. Right now Riven is 8k. I also have 8k, so our net worth is about the same. The issue is like she's having a suboptimal team fight. Well, I'm not, so I'm just like trolling them really hard. That's like the optimal team fight you want to cinch. Just running everywhere, being exhausted, spreading your poison on carries, landing really good slows. I'm not so good at landing slows during team fight because there's like a lot of CC going down. If you notice with the really good Korean teams, like their like CC is very layered. They make maximum use of their stun times and their snare times. Right here, Hagrim comes up. He's too slow, and I'm also too slow, so we can't get Riven. Very little ward coverage by our team. In solo queue, you definitely want more wards, especially as a blitz player, because you want to have all those like nice pull locations. Jace misses Q. Blitz doesn't want to pull Nasus. Very wise of Blitz. I would pull Nasus in solo queue. That's why I'm pretty bad at Blitz. So right here I have 1.7k. This means Thornmail. My tier is actually almost stacked. I could have bought Seraphs or Blasting One at least, but the Thornmail is really important. I tell my team to go ham right here. Blitz misses grab. I'm coming in with Home Guard really fast. Ryze is coming from the side as well. He TDs from behind actually. So should probably replay this fight. Yeah, we should probably replay this because I didn't even know what happened. So coming in with Ghost, I pop slow. The issue with this, the good part about the slow is that I know Jace wants to walk out, but you want to land the slow such that they walk through almost all of it. So sometimes when you're landing the slow and you actually can slow them, you might want to wait so that you walk a bit faster than them, so that you can land this like perfect slow instead of landing like maybe a half slow that slows for like 2 seconds or 1 second. The problem with this is that Varus doesn't need to ult here. He ults on top of my slow, which is like super pointless. Maybe if he ulted this way, it would have been better. But so Jace gets snared anyway, and then they also get feared, which makes my slow like super pointless. I'm just going on Graves because I have Thornmail. Like this is like a specific timing window of my build that I basically can just train the AD carry. And I laugh because he can't do anything. I know this fight's going well, so I just laugh some more. Riven misses ult. Tries to kill Blitz. Yeah, she gets wrecked. So, triple kill on Varus. Really huge. Our AD carry was untouched this entire fight. The issue with Nasus is that although he he has Wither, he actually gets kited himself really easily. I'm not afraid to tank tower because it makes a statement. Taking tower is always good. If I didn't have blue, I would have executed myself, but I didn't want to throw and give Baron, so yeah. Being trolly a cinch, definitely a plus. Our team takes inhib. I think I tell my team here that I'll zone with my like no health. Their team's coming back. That's my zoning right there. That's my zoning attempt. And we get inhib and we run away. So the issue here is we should B and heal because the enemy team can actually rush Baron. They're fed enough to be able to do it at a reasonable speed. So they actually surrender. Okay, never mind. They surrender. So yeah. How to play Singe when you're behind. Get lucky and also be trolly.